Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. How's everybody doing today? The chat is up and running. Well, Christmas is over. We got through it. We managed to make it. It's almost 2026. We're close. So what's on your mind today? What do you want to talk about? The Epstein ballroom? The files that were supposed to be released but weren't? The cover-up? That's in the United States. Very depressing holiday news. They're protecting the pedophiles. If we don't get all that paperwork out, those same pedophiles are going to be whining and dining on our dime in that Epstein ballroom. Those files need to come out. Don't let them distract you. I had a very uneventful evening after the Lions lost. The Lions are officially out of the playoffs now. There's not enough mathematical gymnastics to be done to get them in. They're not going to make it. I'm actually hoping that they lose next week's game to improve their draft. I'm figuring they should be about 16th now. If they lose next week, maybe they can move up to 15th or 14th place. Got to focus on next year. As far as the Lions are concerned, this year's over with. Personal opinion. I mean, feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. That's why the chat's here. Afternoon Chat's a daily chat show. The people in the chat are our actual guest stars. They determine what we talk about, who we talk about. There's no script to this show. Every day I get on here, I'm just winging it. That's up to you guys what we talk about. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A free show. No midstream ads, no commercials, no sponsors. No predetermined topics. I'm not running for political office. I'm not trying to become an online influencer. I'm not coming out with a line of merch. There's a couple of us guys that are on TV that are not trying to tackle your wallet. Okay. I know, few and far between, right? I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to meet you. I'm here to hear your opinion, your thoughts, your priorities. Anytime you don't like the topic on this show, just jump in the chat and straighten it out. Change the topic. If you want to be able to chat, go to youtube.com, download their Discord app. It is free. It's my understanding most people watch this show on their TVs, but they have to use another device to chat. Your phone, some type of computer, be it a laptop or a desktop or even an iPad. I'm told that the latest TVs have the ability to chat, but I haven't seen them with my own eyes, so I'm figuring not that many people got those TVs yet. That's probably going to take 5 or 10 years. So what's on your mind? What do you guys want to talk about? How did your Christmas go? The football I thought was horrible. It was the worst part of my day. I did go for a walk in the park. It was real nice, very relaxing. We had decent temperatures. That changed today. Our temp dropped and we've got freezing rain out there today. So no walk today. I did go to breakfast with my father. That was kind of nice. What do you guys got going on? Are you planning a big New Year's Eve party? I used to go out New Year's, but I don't anymore. That's for you young people. Okay. No, I'll just be sitting at home, having a nice quiet evening, staying out of trouble. That's all I do anymore is just stay out of trouble. Well, I spent most of my younger life in trouble, so it's about time I learned how to stay out of trouble, right? I got nothing going on. I have nothing planned. And unless our weather turns around again, I'm just going to hunker down, weather the storm. I'll be doing some editing this week, so the channel will be putting out some shorts next week. I'm speaking optimistically, of course. I'm assuming that I'll figure out what the hell I'm doing. That might be a heck of an assumption, okay? That's what I got on my plate, along with a few household chores. I'm not getting great numbers this week as far as viewers. Well, people I think are still out shopping or they're out of town with relatives. You know, their routine's been interrupted. The show's been running for about 4 months. I've got 42 subscribers and 250 viewing hours. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers and I need to get to 4,000 viewing hours. YouTube tells me that I need to make shorts and I need to get in the habit of telling people to like and subscribe. I guess it helps the algorithm sort it out somehow. Near as I can figure, they've only shown the show to about 800 people. Out of the 800, we got 42 subscribers. So I guess we need them to show the show to 8,000, 10,000 people. See where we stand then. A couple of people have told me they found the show in their recommended feed. But I look in my recommended and it doesn't show up. So I really don't know. I mean, am I supposed to subscribe to my own channel? That just seems odd to me that they would give me that option. For those of you that are new to the channel, the stars of this show are the people in the chat. I'm just a little bit of eye candy sitting here, a placeholder, if you will. The people in the chat determine what we talk about. Feel free to jump in there. Tell us what part of the world you're in and what's on your mind. What would you like to discuss today? If you've ever wanted to talk to your TV, this show is a golden opportunity. It's my belief that interactive TV is where we're going. I think that in the future, everyone will be sitting in their living room having discussions with their television. Most of the people jump in the chat 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Occasionally I get people that are staying there the whole 2 hours, but that's up to you guys. You guys are in charge. All I've done is given you the opportunity to let your voice be heard. The only real rules are we need to stay within the community guidelines established by YouTube. That's the only platform we're on, so we got to not piss them off, okay? I watched a little bit of news this morning, but not much. Most of the stuff I saw had to do with Epstein and the cover-up that our government is currently involved in. I've been looking at a lot of world news lately, and I see that our exalted hot dog and his regime are currently sanctioning individuals from Europe and lifting sanctions on Russian individuals. Doesn't make too much sense. Oh, it's just like the whole tariff policy. It doesn't make too much sense. It's kind of ridiculous. It's a secretive tax on the American people. They want you to pay extra for anything that's imported from another country. A selective tariff might be a tool in helping out a particular industry or two, but worldwide tariffs, they're just obscene. It's so that they can encourage foreign countries to bribe our politicians. That's the way it appears to me. Just one guy sitting on one end of his couch. I mean, feel free to jump in the chat, straighten me out, educate me. But I guarantee you, a trade deficit, a trade imbalance with, say, Vietnam was of no harm to America. It cost us nothing to have a trade imbalance. They're not cheating us. A country like Vietnam cannot afford to buy a $100,000 pickup truck made in the United States. They don't have the population numbers. They don't have the wealth. They can't afford it. So our current government wants to punish them. But they have reduced the amount that they're tariffing Vietnam. Well, Vietnam agreed that they want a Trump Tower built in Vietnam. Coming soon. This is all transactional. It's all about the bribery. The American corporations bribe the American politicians. The American politicians put things into effect so that they can get kickback bribes from each of these foreign countries. That's why Qatar gave our exalted hot dog a $400 million jet. That's the way I see it. It's bribery. Kickbacks. You can't find out how much the kickbacks are. Those numbers won't be out for a few years. We'll find out. I guarantee you there'll be Trump Towers popping up all over the world. Self-enrichment, that's what they're doing. You cannot trust any of the data or the numbers that are coming out of this regime. They're frauds. They cook the books. That's what they do. 34 felony counts of cooking the books. How can you expect to get real numbers? You cannot. After the midterm elections, the real numbers for what went down in 2025 will come out. Not until after the midterm elections. It is my belief that the GDP, our nation's GDP, will show a reduction between 10 and 15%, which is huge. Keep in mind, our national debt went up by $2 trillion, and it hasn't even been a year yet. And he's increased the debt by $2 trillion. That's what I see from where I'm sitting. A loss of tourism to the United States based on our immigration policies. Reduction in the federal workforce. The last number I heard was 270,000 jobs lost nationally. All that's reducing our nation's GDP. Then you add in the tariffs and the lack of business or the lessening of business with foreign countries. I'm predicting between 10 and 15% reduction in our nation's GDP. That's what we're going to find out this time next year. The real numbers for 2025 will come out by the end of the year next year. The real unemployment rate, the numbers they're giving us now are not correct. They are cooking the books, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm just a guy sitting on his couch. I mean, from what I see, I worked in the tourist industry in Las Vegas, Nevada for 33 years. And tourism is down at least 50% minimum. The thing you need to realize that everything that is going on in this country, whether it's tariffs or immigration, any of this stuff, is all bought and paid for by U.S. corporations. U.S. individuals are paying those bribes. CEOs and our oligarchy. They're the ones that are paying for all of this. The tech companies want changes in Europe as far as how their business is handled in Europe. So they are bribing this regime to put pressure on the European allies. That's the way it appears to me. They're not giving this regime all this money for nothing. They want something in return. So everything that this guy is doing it's half of a transaction. He got paid. He got paid to break up NATO. He got paid to alienate our allies. He got paid to take the Russian stance on the war in Ukraine. He is not putting any pressure on Russia to end the war at all. He is taking Russian talking points and presenting them to Ukraine to try to force them to surrender their lands. This is all transactional. It's all bought and paid for. This president will do anything you want for money. If you want something done in this country, all you got to do is bribe the current regime. You're not going to come close to the maximum bribe. You're not going to be able to come up with a $400 million jet to give him. We have to determine what the minimum bribe is if we want to get anything done in this country. It's our corporations that are paying the bribes. It's our oligarchs, our 1% of the population that is filthy rich, that are paying for all of this to happen by design. This is premeditated chaos by design. Well, let's look at the immigration. The immigration, ICE, Border Patrol, they're running around our streets incognito. They're hiding their faces. They're not displaying their badges. They're not operating within the confines of our law, our constitutional law that's been in existence for 250 years. If someone gets arrested in the United States, if they get detained, if they get taken, they're supposed to see a judge. After they see a judge, if they get deported, so be it. But without letting them see a judge, they're circumventing our laws. They are pretending like our Constitution wasn't good enough. Yet it's been good enough for 250 plus years. And this is by design. The U.S. corporations are paying our politicians to make this happen. You don't want this to happen? Stop electing criminals. Stop electing the officials that want the bribes. I don't see anybody bribing Bernie Sanders. I'm just saying. These people are bribing our politicians right in front of us. And we're doubling up their bribe. We give them matching funds. Comes right out of the taxpayer's wallet. I'm sorry, but that's the way I see it. You're not getting real news anymore. Corporations that are bribing our politicians also own the news stations. What you're seeing is propaganda. Tell them this so that we can get them to do that. It's control and manipulation. That's what it's all about. If Trump wasn't getting bribed, he wouldn't be doing all of this stuff. They are bribing him to cause chaos. They are bribing him, and they are also, at the same time that they're bribing him, they're turning a blind eye to everything. They're saying, well, it's okay. We didn't really see it. The House of Representatives and the Senate, as well as the court systems, are supposed to be a check and balance on this presidency. And they are not. They are not doing their jobs. That's why they're ignoring court orders. They don't have to sweat it. The judges are in their pocket. They're not going to get bad press from the mainstream media. They own mainstream media. They're just going to keep on dividing us up into smaller and smaller groups. And every time they do, they win. Every time you turn on your TV and they're telling you to hate your fellow American, every time you turn on your TV and somebody up there, be it a politician or a newscaster, they're telling you that your fellow American is the bad guy, they're using your fears to control and manipulate you. You can go to college and get a 4-year degree in how to manipulate the masses with the press. They're using their crime. The crime is a constant. They don't tell you that. They lie to you and they tell you crime's on the rise. Crime's going down. It is not. It's not rising and it's not falling. They've never been able to touch it. 7% of the U.S. population is criminal, felony criminal. I'm not talking about speeding tickets. I'm not talking about jaywalking. I'm talking about felony criminal, armed robberies, murders, right? Rape, felony criminals. It's a constant 7% of the population. It has never changed. No matter how much they did their war on drugs, the criminal population remained the same, 7% of us. There are 340 million people in America, 7% of which are criminals. That's all we have. It's never been 8%. It's never been 6%. They'll try to tell you it is. They'll say, oh, put this burglary in with these stats so we can pump these stats up. Don't let them adjust the numbers. The numbers are the numbers. They're trying to trick you. 7% of our population has always been criminal, will always be criminal until we find a way to deal with it. And I'm not talking about policing. If you want to talk about the policing aspect of that 7% that is felony criminal, 2 million of them are already behind bars. They're already locked up. Federal, state, local jails. There's 2 million Americans that are behind bars. The reality of that situation is, I don't care what town you live in, the number of police officers on your payroll outnumber the number of criminals in your city. I don't care how many shootings they put on the news to scare you. The amount of criminals is not beyond the 7%. Never has been, never will be. A 20-year-old goes out, gets drunk, steals a car. He gets arrested. Felony criminal. Car's $50,000, right? Felony criminal. They put him behind bars. He does his time. He gets out of prison. They make him get a job. If you don't get a job, we're going to put you right back behind bars. He gets a job. He gets a girlfriend. He has kids. Now he has a vested interest into staying within the legal limits. Now he's paying taxes. He's rehabilitated, given a second chance, re-entering society. He's not going to steal any more cars. He's got things to lose. He didn't have anything to lose when he was 20. He becomes rehabilitated, reintroduced to our society, and becomes a tax-paying citizen. That's the way it's supposed to work. That's the way it works. But not according to our news, not according to our TV. If you watch our news, they're going to make you believe there is a man with an AR-15 on every corner in America who's been plotting for weeks how to kill you. It's not true. 7% of the 340 million people are criminal. Yes, can't avoid it. But never more than 7%. They're using fear of crime to control you. They want to separate you into smaller groups because you're easier to control in smaller groups. They want to divvy you up and then lie to you and scare you so that your fears alter your actions. When one person goes and shoots up the Walmart, they report that one person to you 1,000,000 times a day for as many days as it takes. They don't point out that 339,999,999 other human beings did not pick up a gun and shoot anybody. They want to scare you with that crime. One crime to scare 300 million people that did not commit a crime, that were not thinking about committing crimes. They want to scare you. If you give your fears control, you're going to curl up in the corner and be afraid to walk out your front door. That's what they want. They divvy you up into smaller groups and tell you that all the other groups are out to get you. They're not. I can turn on the TV today after this podcast. I can flick onto the news and I will find Republicans that are telling me that the Democrats in this country are evil, that they're out to get it. They're out to get me. I can change the channel and find a Democrat that's telling me that the Republicans are evil and that they're plotting against me. They're out to get me. They want to exacerbate our differences and divvy us up into smaller groups to make us easier to control. If I tell all the Democrats that the Republicans are planning a war, I successfully scare them. Then I take all the Republicans and I tell them, all those Democrats are plotting against you. They want to start a war. Now I've scared those. Both groups are now easier to control. By design, split them up into smaller groups. The group could be black, could be white, could be Latino, could be Asian, could be gay, could be straight, could be fat versus thin. Any way that they can divide us up into smaller groups, they succeed. Don't let them scare you. Don't let them control you with your fears. Do what an adult does and control your fears. I'm telling you, the good guys outnumber the bad guys by more than 10 to 1. If 7% are felony criminals, that means 93% are not. 9.3 for every one. And of the one, 2 million of them are already behind bars. That's it. There's not a criminal on every corner. And your fellow American is not your enemy. I don't care who tells you they are, they're not. I consider myself an independent conservative. I'm not sitting around plotting to kill anyone. I'm not sitting around plotting on robbing a 7-Eleven. Are you? I don't think so. If you are, you need to get some counseling. You've been radicalized because normal people aren't sitting around fantasizing about hurting other people. Normal people don't think like that. They want you to believe that it's like that. They want to divvy you up into smaller groups to make you easier to control. I'm telling you right here, your fellow American is not your enemy. Your fellow American is the one that's going to be standing shoulder to shoulder with you after this shit hits the fan and we got to clean this mess up and go on. That same guy they're telling you hates you and that you should hate, he's not your enemy. He's not doing anything against you. He's never even thought about you. He's trying to live his own life. He's got stuff on his plate you can't even fathom. If you think your fellow American is your enemy, you have been radicalized and you need to get some counseling. And don't wait, do it now. I don't care if he votes different than you do. I don't care if he mows his lawn different than you do. I don't care. He's not your enemy. He's not sitting around plotting against you. Sane people don't do this. Normal people don't do this. Our society operates underneath an umbrella of laws and rules. Our society must stay within the confines of those laws and rules. You can go stand in your front yard and yell at your neighbor all you want. We got freedom of speech. Does that mean you have a right to threaten him? No. You have a right to own a gun in this country. Does that mean you can go stand in your front yard and point it at your neighbors? No. That would be illegal. You have a gun, but you're not allowed to point it at another human being. Those are the rules. You have a fist, but you're not allowed to hit your neighbor with it. Consequences for your actions, right? You're held accountable. You can yell at that neighbor all you want, but you can't hit him. So let me ask you, what good does it do to yell at him? None. Let's look at this from a different perspective here. What do you get for hating your neighbor? What's your reward? Well, there's got to be a prize. You wouldn't want to do it if there's no prize. If you don't get something for it, why would you want to do it? You're busy. You've got a life, responsibilities. So you get nothing for all that hate. You receive nothing for it, yet they want you to hate. Makes no sense. They're telling you it's okay to hate. But if there's no reward for hate, why would I want to hate anyone? If I get nothing for it, why would I want to channel any of my energy into hating my neighbor? I don't care what religion he is. It's none of my business. I got to take care of me and my family. I'm on a path. I've carved this path out. This is the way we're going. We're looking forward. We're not looking back. We've learned our lessons from previous mistakes. We're moving forward. You get nothing for hate. There's no reward. There's no prize. You can get online and troll all the people you want, and you get no reward for it. There's no prize, no attaboys, right? It's a waste of your time, a waste of your energy. Let's talk about that hatred. Remember the good old days when you just disliked people? I don't like that guy. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. So you quit interacting with that guy. You don't plot to murder him. You're not a killer. You ignore him. Tolerate him. So he exists over there. I'm not going over there. Tolerance. That's all we need. If we can be tolerant of those that are different from us, if we can go along and get along, it's not a big deal. But you can't do that if you hate someone. If you hate, you've got to take that dislike that you started with, and now you've got to add uncontrolled fear. That's how you get to hate. It's like a mathematical equation. Dislike plus uncontrolled fear equals hatred. Uncontrolled fear is destructive. Uncontrolled fear is not your friend. Uncontrolled fear is the wrecking ball of society. It tears everything down that we have built because it's uncontrolled fear. A little bit of fear is a good thing when it's controlled. I walk to the edge of the Grand Canyon. A little bit of fear keeps me from falling off. I'm glad I got that fear. I needed that fear. That's good fear. It's under control. A little bit of fear keeps me from walking down that dark alley at 3 o'clock in the morning. Little bit of fear can save me and my family. But uncontrolled fear, rational thinking is tossed out the window. You can't sort out right from wrong when your fear is uncontrolled. When your fear is uncontrolled, your fear will control you. When your fear controls you, all of a sudden you can't color inside the lines. You can't stay underneath our society's umbrella of laws and rules. Uncontrolled fear is not your friend. It is not helpful. It is scary, dangerous. Your uncontrolled fear is not good. You need to control your fears. I have a fear of snakes, but I go out hunting and fishing. Don't hesitate to go in the woods. I got a fear of heights. I don't hesitate to get on an airplane and fly somewhere. Why? I control that fear like an adult. When my young son calls me into his room, "Daddy, I'm afraid of the dark. Can I have a nightlight?" He can't control his fear. He can't control his own imagination. Every shape he sees on the wall is a bad guy. It's a monster. As the parent, it's my responsibility to teach him to control his fears, to teach him to control his imagination. I turn on the lights. I show him no monster in the closet. I look under the bed. No monster under the bed, son. You need to control your fears, control your imagination. Your room is safe. I'm here, just out in the next room. I'm not leaving. You're safe. Learn to control your fears. That's what we need to do as adults. We need to control our fears. Do not be afraid of your fellow American. He is not your enemy. He's not sitting around plotting against you. He is not doing it. You're not sitting around plotting against him. Use your common sense. If everybody was doing it, what would happen? We would have a World War III. We would have a civil war. We're not doing that. Normal people do not do that. But when you listen to all this bunk on the news and you let them control you with your fears take control, and now you no longer can judge right from wrong. You're trying to survive. You're fighting for your very life. But you're not. No one is fighting against you. There is no boogeyman. Is there crime in America? Yes. 7%. Never 8, never 6. Up. Oh, I love you, man. I love you. Welcome back. Up yours, who cares? He says, boo, you get the football results you wanted. We're moving up in the draft order. I think if we lose, we could end up like, 13th overall pick, 14th overall pick. Yeah, it was sad to see, though. How's your vacation going, brother? You got through Christmas okay? Yeah, I was just going off about crime. I live with a bunch of other seniors, and half of them are afraid to walk out their front door. It's ridiculous. They think they literally think there's a man with a machine gun on every corner. Yeah, I will probably have a beer tonight. I'll probably be watching Tom Grossi and I'll have a beer. Yeah, it is. Crime is a part of life. But so is dealing with your fears. I got 12 beers in the fridge. I'm probably going to have one tonight. Just kick back. I watch Tom Grossi's Q&A on Friday nights. Kind of kicks off my weekend, you know. Hey, we got freezing rain here. What do you guys got in the UK? I know that's a huge area. All right, in your section of the UK. I'm going to be doing some shorts this weekend. So hopefully the first year I can get the channel to start growing. Well, why was I thinking you're living in the UK? That's just weird. Freaking me out now. Am I losing my mind? Yeah, same here. Cold, wet, and dark. Ain't no sunshine. Yeah. Well, I'm glad Christmas is over. I am. I'm ready for 2026 now. The sooner we get into 2026, the sooner we can get into spring and summer. Put this cold weather behind us. Tom, I'm lost. I don't know who Tom is. Well, I think we've managed to get ourselves into an utter state of confusion. So, cheers. Well, I want to get the shorts out and see if we can't get this channel in front of more people. I need to get more likes and subscribes. That'll bring the viewership up, you know. And I was talking to my son yesterday, my youngest son yesterday, and he was telling me that if I put out a bunch of shorts, YouTube will send those out and they'll be like commercials for the channel. So I'm going to work on that. I know nothing about video editing, but my son tells me that I can take something like a previous show and, you know, start a clip here and end it here, and then pull that out and then post that separately. But as far as the show's going, I think it's progressing. It's just progressing slow. The boy says the shorts will help that, and I think that's what YouTube is telling me to. They give me little bitty sticker like things. It's great job, I don't know. I'll dink around with it, see what I can come up with. I found a couple free video editing downloads, so I'll try those. See if I can, come up with a couple of shorts. It'll be a process, but I'll get through it. If I have to, I'll call Crumbleina, ask her to give me a hand. She's good at the detail stuff. But I'm happy with the channel. What do you think? Do you think I should change something? I know in the UK, my hours are not ideal. I figure eventually I'll get enough feedback from the people in the chat that, I can correct anything I need to change. Well, that's what I'm going to try. I figure I'm going to use Tragedy Tales. I'm going to use his website and try to edit like he does. I'm not going to try to put like chyrons on and all that crap. I just want a clip, Start and a finish, then pull out the finished product and then just post that separately. I believe if I shoot it that way, it'll already have the watermark on it and everything. But my son, I don't know, probably 30 minutes yesterday, he was talking to me about doing shorts. I don't watch that many shorts, really. I watch shows, or movies. Yeah, that's the only thing I was planning. I ain't doing no life changing. Well, I might move next August. My lease is up. I was thinking about getting a roommate. I could get a bit larger an apartment and make one bedroom into a studio. Right now, I'm sitting in my living room. I got wires stretched across the room for lighting and wires stretched across for, hardwiring the Ethernet. Well, I keep waiting for some rich woman to come buy me a diamond ring and sweep me off my feet, but it just doesn't happen. I don't know. Maybe I should turn gay. Can't find a rich girlfriend. Maybe I could find a rich boyfriend. Well, realistically, I don't ask anybody out anymore. I'm too old for that shit, you know? Well, if I ask somebody out on a date, we get to the restaurant, we get sat down, we put in an order, and then I go outside to smoke. And my date is left there all alone. So I don't ask anybody out anymore. Yeah, I definitely need watch hours. I'm 249.8 or something like that. Right next to 250 hours. And that's in 4 months' time. The average viewing time seems to be about 20 minutes or so. How long do you think I should make a short be? Do they have to be under a minute? I was thinking maybe I'll do like 2 or 3 different 1 minute versions. And then I thought I'd do like a 3-minute version and then maybe a 5-minute version. So they have an assortment to pick from. I don't know. I don't know what all. I don't know. Do I need to shoot those with my phone? So do I need them to be vertical? The shorts that I watch, they're all verticals. People do that with their phone. I'm 68. I got 8 years on you, brother. That means if we were kids, I would have beat your ass at everything. Just because I was 8 years older. I remember I thought as a kid, I thought that I was really fast because I took 3rd place in the all-city track meet. And then I had an uncle. And my uncle played football in high school. So I challenged him to a race. And he beat me by half a block. I mean, he whooped me bad. I really thought that I was fast. I beat all the other kids my age. I mean, I took 3rd in the all city, right? But when it come to the older kids, they all were just so much faster than me. Vertical looks the way. Okay. I can do that. I can't clip the show that was shot with this camera and get a vertical out of that, right? And if I have the vertical, then the chat can't show beside me. I might just get Crumbleina to work the camera for me. She's the one that took all my stills that I use for thumbnails. I could just get her to shoot some videos this weekend. Do some verticals. Hey, you got as much experience at this as me. I don't know why I can't label you an expert. Yeah, ego is a good thing. As a male, I can say that. I don't know. I don't know the truth. I always thought I was the fastest, the strongest, the prettiest. I thought I was the best at everything. I can't say that I was the best, but I can't say I was the worst either. So I guess a modicum of mediocrity. Maybe I should just shoot for middle of the road with the show instead of trying to be number one. I watched Joe Rogan all last week, and I can't compete with that. He's got Jamie. He has guests on. I was watching him this morning with Eric Weinstein. All right. Moving on to the Gatorade, being a good guy. Hey, I still think I'm perfect. I don't care. My ego shall remain intact. I was looking at the comments. I haven't received a negative comment yet, so I'm not reaching enough people. Aim to be better than average? That would make sense. Not too much about me makes sense, does it? I mean, come on. I will aim to be better than average. I will try to make good shorts. I'll try to do good. If they come out piss poor, tell me next week and I'll delete them. I'll try to be concise. And if I get Crumbleina to film them, I won't have the reflection in my glasses. Crumbleina is a good friend and has been for quite a few years now. I took her for a walk yesterday on Christmas Day. We went through the park, had a nice stroll. She fits in with me. She's crazy, just as crazy as I am. I try to get her to come on camera on the show, and she won't do it. You can leave one what? A short? What are you talking about leaving? You look up confused in the dictionary, you should find a picture of me sitting there like this. What? I'll get into that this week, and I'll work hard at it too. So I'll come up with something. I might not post them until Monday, but I'll get some shorts done somehow, some way. I could do a private stream and then just make the VOD public after. But I'm happy with the format of the show. I think it's okay, and I think the hours are okay. Oh, you want to leave me a bad comment? I don't know. Will that help me or hurt me? I mean, if YouTube holds it against me, don't do it. But if YouTube don't hold it against me, okay, take your best shot. I trust you. That guy needs to shave his beard. He's ugly. Give me a bad one, like call me a hick or something. That hick got the vocabulary of a 4-year-old. No, I don't think you're behind in the chat. You're the only one in the chat. You're the only star of the show. How can you be behind in the chat when you're the only one in there? Well, we got 3 people watching, but only one of them in the chat. Yeah, I don't know. They switched me over. I looked and it was all of a sudden on top chat, and I always go on live chat. So if you're running behind in the chat, maybe it's because of the way I had it set up. Yeah, exactly. Hey, this is the only beard I've ever grown in my life. I'm happy with it. I can touch my nose with it. I play with a dang thing all the time. I'm thinking about braiding it. The neighbor lady offered to do it for me. "53 seconds. Wow. It's normally a 5-second delay because of YouTube. Well, I guess it would depend on what device you're watching on. I can, like when I'm watching the football game yesterday, I had Mike Kimber on my laptop so that I could chat, but I was watching him on my TV, and there was a definite delay there. One of them was always ahead of the other. I could not sync them both up, which makes no sense because they're both coming through the same router. I would think that they would sync up automatically, but they did not. Yeah. I always chat on the laptop. I like the larger screen. Well, like Tom Grassi's show, I rarely chat with him, so I don't even fire up the laptop for his. I generally just watch him on TV. So you still got like 10 days of vacation left, don't you? I don't take vacations anymore. My whole life's a vacation. Well, you've definitely earned your crown and number one top fan. You're number one today's show. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I talked to just about everybody in my whole family over the last 2 days. It's nice to touch base with some of the ones that are out of town. I called an uncle that was in Seattle this morning. That was nice. He was the same uncle that I raced when I was a kid that beat me so bad. How much is your delay now? It should only be 5 seconds. I timed that delay probably 2 months ago with a guy in. Okay, yeah, I timed it with a guy in Indonesia, Nunu, and he set it up, and it was 5 seconds. I told you about that kid that walked by with the basketball dribbling on the sidewalk. The dribble heard round the world. It was on a 5 second delay. Went all the way to Indonesia. That's just one of the things about technology that astounds me, is that I can sit in my living room and have a conversation with people in other parts of the globe. I like it. Back in the day, I had to stand at the blackjack table there in Vegas and wait for the world to walk by. How many years you been growing your beard? I just started this one in March. So this is, I don't know, just a few months. 9 months. First time in my life. I had had a mustache before, but I never grew a beard. And I like it. I don't like things on the side of my face, though. So I keep shaving that off. But coming down from the chin, it's cool, especially in the winter. Is it keeps the wind from blowing on the front of my neck. But I have noticed I can't hold things underneath my chin anymore. They slip out now. Like trying to change a pillowcase. I like to put the pillow under my chin and then pull the case on. Don't work no more. The chin's too slippery now. The pillow just comes squirting out. Yeah, it's good insulation. It works good. It stops the wind from hitting the front of my neck. I like that a lot. But I did just catch the beard in my hoodie. I can zip it right up into the hoodie. I don't know how you protect that. I guess you just got to pull it out while you're zipping up or something. I'll get better at it, I'm sure. I don't know if I'm going to put beads in it. Oh, I got to wear a hoodie. Otherwise, the wind just turns my hair into a mop. If I don't wear a hoodie, it just spins. I wear a hoodie and then a winter coat on top of that. Your fingers can't get drunk. Your fingers can't be drunk. They can be arthritic. Okay. Yeah, maybe New Year's I'll get a buzz from drinking. I have not been drunk in literally decades. I just smoke pot most of the time. But I do have an occasional beer while I'm watching Tom Grossi. I don't know if he's going to do a show on New Year's or not. Maybe I'll ask him that tonight. I don't know. Maybe I should have a drinking stream, a special stream for New Year's Eve. I never had the ability to do it before. I could do it now. I'm actually getting good at setting up these streams. Everclear, that's a little bit much for me, man. I can get drunk off of 2 beers, okay? Everclear, that might give me alcohol poisoning. I don't have a tolerance for alcohol anymore. When I was young, I used to drink a case of beer a day. And I bought a 15-pack 3 months ago, and I still got 12 full cans. I got some good pot. They finally changed the marijuana schedule, so I'm expecting marijuana to go legal in all states soon. There's only like 25 states that got legalized marijuana, but they just changed the federal schedule. They knocked it down from a Schedule 1 narcotic to a Schedule 3. So hopefully we'll get some other states to jump on the bandwagon. Michigan just passed a 25% wholesale tax to pay for our roads. We got sin taxes on alcohol and marijuana both. All right. Kenny McCormick's #1 fan showed up. Nice to see you, Ultra. How was your holiday? Oh, sure, up. Trade me in for a girl in an instant, man. He ditched me. He went right after the girl. Girls can't have too much makeup. You guys go through that stuff, right? I'm going through the beard softener. The stuff I got now, I don't even like it. I don't like the smell. I'm going to have to find a better brand. Makeup is getting pricey too. You probably clean up real nice, Ultra. That'd be my guess. Do you use beard softener on your beard up? Primer? I thought they called it foundation. You're calling it primer? It's like you're painting your face. Oh, okay. Well, goes to show you, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh, primer sets up your face like moisturizer. Okay. I don't use moisturizers either. Foundation is the most important cosmetic after primer. I disagree. The important stuff is that crap that goes on the lips. When guys look at you, they look at the lips first, I think, don't they? And what about concealer? How can you say no to me, Up? How can you say no to me? It doesn't seem fair. I'm the picture of innocence. Now you're starting to sound like one of my ex-wives. They used to tell me no all the damn time. I know I'm strange. I've been strange my whole life. All right, so your beard's longer and you can clean yours with just shampoo. Well, I shampoo mine too. Well, I put cream rinse on it and conditioner. I like it to be softer, you know. The softer it is, the more I like it. But the girls in my family are giving me grief. They're telling me to dye it, they're telling me to trim it. Have you got natural curly hair? Curlers? Do women still do that? Oh, then what do? Crimp it or something? Yeah, I don't understand the whole curling business. If you're going to curl it, just get it permanent, right? Isn't that what a permanent is to curl your hair? Look at this show. We're getting so informative. We're teaching us about makeup. Oh, you're just curling the ends? You need to do your hair like I do mine. Comb it or brush it once in the morning, straight back out of your face. That's all I do. This little brush right here. I do it while it's wet, and then I just ignore it for the rest of the day. Oh, yeah. I got to show that big ass forehead of mine. So I just brush it all. So I can't stand it in my face. I brush it back and tuck it behind my ears. Actually, by most evenings, I've got it in a ponytail. Are you one of the ultra? Are you one of these cool kids? You know, are you like, well, girls and guys do ponytails different. Girls do high ponytails. Guys just get it off their shoulders, you know, makes me look all clean cut. Then nobody knows that I got long hair. In the summer, I wear a baseball cap. Well, I've seen girls nowadays with short hairstyles that look pretty attractive. I like that Jada Pinkett Smith. I think she shaves her head. Yeah, a lot of girls are doing that. I think it looks good if you've got the head shape for it. If you got a bunch of knots sticking out the side of your head, I don't think it would look too good, but yeah. Something tells me Ultra's one of the cool kids. You're out there dressed to the nines, aren't you? Yeah, I know. I have a look, I call it scruffy. The clothes I wear may not be in style, but they're clean. So close enough should be okay. Yeah, I understand that. I'll probably be in mine by 7:30 tonight. I'll probably be in my pajamas if I wear any today. It's pretty warm in here, so I might not. It might be a nude day for me. I see people roaming around in public in their pajamas nowadays, so I think anything's pretty much acceptable nowadays, isn't it? Like and subscribe. Help the channel out, please. I'm saying that for YouTube. Okay. That's what they tell me to say. Well, that's all right. You can keep your TV on 24/7 now. Crumbelina was giving me a hard time about that the other day. My phone and my computer, I never shut them off, ever, since buying them. This laptop I bought in 2020, and I've never shut it off until the other day when Crumbelina made me shut it off. Then I had to Google something to figure out how to turn it back on. When I buy things, electronic things, I turn them on and I leave them on. I shut the TV off when I go to bed at night, but as soon as I wake up in the morning, I turn it on and it stays on all day. What 3 shows do you watch? I'm assuming it's 3 besides this one. What 3 shows do you watch? My need to know level suddenly got very high. I know for a fact that you watch South Park. So that's one show. What are the other 2? One of them has got to be music related. young people still like music, right? I watch I watch a lot of movies and I watch some podcasts, but by far my favorite show is Cross Timbers Bison. He's got a bison ranch in southern Oklahoma. And I'm really attached to his animals. I like the whole circus he's got going down there. Cross Timbers Bison is a guy named Dusty Baker. He and his wife, they have a couple of small children, and they got a 200-acre ranch, and they raise wild animals. They've got bison, wild turkeys, free-range chickens. I watch that every week when a new episode comes out. I jump on it. I'm generally watching that within the first 30 minutes that it drops. Because I got the notifications turned on, so it tells me when it's on. Or when he posts, I guess. But you tell me to get a cat, I watch his cat. Dusty Baker's cat's name is Charlie. He's a brindle. He's got bison that I watch that he's named, and I keep tabs on them. I guess it's whatever you feel is entertaining, right? I'll probably watch South Park again this weekend. Just to make sure Kenny gets killed again. And I'll probably be watching Tragedy Tales again this weekend. He's got another 75 videos up that I haven't seen yet. He's got one that I've got slated. I was going to watch it, but I hadn't gotten to it yet, about guys that were live streaming and died on stream. As someone that live streams, I thought I should probably check that out. And I've never used an iPad. I've seen a lot of kids with them, but I've never messed with one myself. But it's a touch screen, right? Dairy Girls? Never heard of it. Catchphrase I've heard of. So I know of two of your three. What's Dairy Girls about? Is this a bunch of mean young girls? I'll have to look it up, see what it is. I don't know that I got a real favorite show other than Cross Timbers Bison. It's whatever catches my fancy on a given day. Irish show about high schoolers who are sassy as hell, but it's crazy funny. All right, I'll look it up. I'll check it out later tonight after Tom Grassi goes off the air. But I ain't been in high school for a long, long time. I'll check it out, see what I think. I'll give you some feedback next week. If they're chaotic enough to keep my attention. I watch TMZ live. I don't know, probably 3-4 days a week. I catch it before I start streaming. And I like the chaos that's in their office. It reminds me of the casino business. Something always happening somewhere. All right. I got to start winding this down. We're about out of time. We got 7.5 minutes left. I want to thank Up Yours Who Cares, and I want to thank Ultra Kenny Fan. The two main stars of our show. Hence the crown in the chat. Afternoon chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, so this show's got drama. Isn't that exciting? Hey, you could have been her girlfriend for one day. I'll check it out. Afternoon chat's a free show. Please like and subscribe. I do want to mention that I appreciate all the viewers as well as the subscribers. Afternoon chat's an interactive show, and our stars, our guest stars, are the people in the chat. They determine what we talk about. Today, we learned about makeup. Specifically, primer. That's not foundation. Live and learn, right? Live and learn. That's all we can do. The month of December, I've been trying to tell people to be nice to one another. If you're out in public and you see somebody that's doing a good job, take a minute and tell them that you appreciate them and you appreciate their hard work. A little bit of praise this time of season can go a long way. The only thing you can do wrong on this channel is not have a good time. Everything else we can fix. But we had a couple of great guest stars today. And we do appreciate them. I want you to know that I appreciate the views. Thank you for your time and consideration. You don't have to agree with me to jump in the chat here. It's not required. This channel's never going to try to sell you anything. No midstream ads, no commercials, no sponsors. It is not a scripted show. There's no set topics, no scheduled appearances by any of our guest stars. Come and go as you please. Comment as you please. Like I said, the only thing you can do that's wrong is not have a good time. I'm going to check out Dairy Girls this weekend, and I'll be working on making some shorts for the channel. We'll do our part, and hopefully YouTube will do their part, and the channel will continue to grow, and we'll get more viewers, more people in the chat. You'll find this is an inclusive channel. It's not an exclusive club. We want everyone to feel comfortable enough to come in here and voice their opinion. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. You and your opinion are appreciated. Up, continue your vacation. Have a great one. Take it easy, brother. Ultra, thank you very much. I will check out your shows, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good, safe weekend. My personal philosophy is be nice to everybody all of the time. I think you're going to like the end result. With that said, I'm Ghost Mostly. I'll see you guys on Monday. Happy holidays to everyone. Be safe. Be healthy. Be happy. I'll see you on Monday.